Alright, so welcome back sa ating Ichimoku Kinko Hyo Definitive Masterclass. I'd like to apologize na na-delay yung release natin by a week. Na-corrupt kasi yung file ko. I don't know exactly why, but we're back now. And hopefully, bilang silver lining, ay mas maganda rin yung pagkapaliwanag ko sa lesson na to. Dahil I had to reshoot it and redo it. Okay? So, for this week, we will be discussing multi-time frame analysis. Bakit important ang multi-time frame analysis? Kasi, madalas, we either just get stuck on our trigger time frame, and I don't know what your trigger time frame is. It could be the daily chart, it could be the 15-minute chart, or whatever. So, we either get stuck on our trigger time frame, o kung hindi naman, we get stuck in a small area lang ng chart. No? We forget to look at the bigger picture. What multi-time frame analysis does, basically, is it allows us a quick view of the bigger picture without necessarily messing up the habits that we already have. Kasi minsan nasasanay na tayo na, okay, ang focus natin is dito lang sa part ng chart na to. Okay? Whereas, ang tama naman talaga is tinitignan natin yung chart as a whole. Okay? Ako, madalas din ako mag-fall sa trap na yon. So, this is one of the ways para kahit na paminsan-minsan nalilimutan natin tumingin sa bigger picture, ay natitignan pa rin natin siya unintentionally just by shifting from one time frame to the next. The other reason we do it is because kahit na minsan mukhang malinis ang isang chart in one time frame, when we adjust or move from one time frame to the next, maaaring may makita tayo na pwedeng makapagbago ng analysis na ginawa natin. Okay? So we discussed setups for the past 2-3 weeks with yung paano iti-trade kapag hinahabol natin yung trend or hinahabol natin is yung mean reversion. I am going to pull away from those setups for a week or two as we discuss kung paano natin i-assess ng mabuti ang isang chart using multi-time frame analysis para lang hindi magulo. We will reintegrate them after we discuss tong multi-time frame analysis, and then mas mabubuo na yung bigger picture ng system na ginagamit natin when we trade using Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Okay? So, let's start. Look at this. So, let's say ganito yung chart mo. Okay? And then you're watching, and then pagpalagay natin, hindi nyo pa ina-apply yung mga setups sa pinag-usapan natin. So, chart breaks out, Kumo breakout, and from this point, let's say it was adjusted 26 periods to the future. 26 periods to the future from this breakout here, 26 bars. You can see na bullish na yung Kumo. A lot of people will just trade from there. And let's say na you attempted to do so as well. Alright? Now, pagpalagay natin na hindi pa natin ginagamit yung setup na pinag-usapan natin again para lang clear. Let's move this to the weekly time frame. Dito sa daily, pag yan lang ang tinitignan natin, it looks like malinis yung trade, di ba? Everything pasok sa parameters. Chikou span is above price, Tenkan-sen is above Kijun-sen, we broken above Kumo, and again, future Kumo is bullish. However, if we drill up to the weekly time frame, we can see what happened. Okay, kunwari di pa natin alam kung saan nauntog yung price Now, let's see. Ito yung purple bar na yon na nangyari. Dito sa weekly, when that breakout occurred, price was still beneath Kijun-sen, beneath Kumo. Kumbaga, baliktad pa lahat eh. Shorting patanga tayo nun eh. Chikou span was still below price. So on a higher time frame, we're still dealing with a very strong downtrend. That's not to say na hindi siya aangat sa daily or hindi siya mag-breakout. We're just looking at it and analyzing all our options. So what happened in this instance? Nauntog nga tayo sa Kijun-sen ng weekly, and from there, we sold off. And ngayon, nasa baba na tayo ulit ng Kijun-sen, and its price is trading firmly below it. No? It tested it multiple times, failed to close above it. Price is trading firmly below it. Now, how does this help us? Had we looked at this when we took the trade, then we probably would have started selling around yung area ng Kijun-sen. So, balikan ko lang, nalimutan ko siya i-mark. We would probably have started selling nung sa area ng Kijun-sen, which would be around here. Oopsie. Around here, no? Kung nasaan yung Kijun-sen niya. Hold on. Naging puti yung line ko, sorry. Which should be around here, where Kijun-sen was. Okay? Let's also mark na rin where Kijun-sen went. Just for reference. So what happened? Price came up, almost hit Kijun-sen, then fell. 'Di ba? Tapos, kung pinapanood lang natin yung weekly chart, what would have happened, yung daily chart, what would have happened is hold ka pa rin kasi wala ka pa naman sa cut eh. You would have come back, then by this point, you would really have hit the weekly Kijun-sen. You would have sold some. Then you could have another target here kung saan nagsimula yung Kijun-sen when price broke out. Then you could have sold some more. So by the time that price collapsed and mahit man niya yung trail stop mo or hindi, whichever you're using for a trail stop, by then, in profit ka na, whatever happened. All simply because you moved up one time frame to assess na, okay, may resistance pa tayo along the way. So, maaaring mauntog dun yung price. Of course, if you're using a trend-following tool like Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, you're betting on the fact na possible trend reversal na yun. Of course, sino ba naman ang ayaw nun? Sino ba naman ang ayaw na nakabili siya sa baba? 'Di ba? But, you need to be aware pa rin where those resistances could lie. Dahil sa higher time frame, okay, sa higher time frame ay nandyan pa eh. Obvious pa yung downtrend niya. Okay? Now, balik tayo sa daily. So, had you applied yung method na yun, as I said, you would have made some money. If you just held simply because, kasi breakout na ng ganito eh, tas hold ka lang ng hold, odds are, wala tayong kinita. Sayang. 'Di ba? Now, let's look at another chart, pero this time, we'll look at it from a different light naman. Let's say that you were trading random stock. IMI na lang. Okay? Okay. Now, let's say na what your trigger time frame was the 30-minute or the 1-hour chart. So, in this instance, let's say na pumasok ka sa breakout na to. Sabihin natin na fake out ka dito, pumasok ka sa breakout na to. Diba? As you can see, from here, price did go up for quite a bit, no? But ano ba itsura niyan sa daily? So sa daily, ang nangyari, around here yung breakout na yon. You would be quick to realize sa mga nanonood ng mga videos na this is the start of our mean reversion play, no? So if we take note of where Kijun-sen is, where Kumo was, okay, so ito yung Kumo, it would be around there, no? Alam ko hindi super accurate guys ha, pero kasi di ko naman pwede siya i-magnet sa Kumo. So for the sake lang na may malagay tayo para lang, tawag ito, meron tayong idea where price went, no? Tapos, Ayan yung Senko span A, then Senko span B would be around this thick black line sa 10.92. Okay? So let's go back to 30 minutes. So now we have all of our support and yung resistance levels natin from that trade. We took the breakout trade, let's say at 9.06. You would have been aware na may Kijun-sen here. Maybe you would have sold some of it. You would have also been aware na meron dito. And you would have sold some there. And you would probably have been happy nung bigla siyang umatras. Again, we're not yet discussing yung sa strategy na pinag-usapan natin on buying on pullbacks. Ha? We're just discussing na yung overall significance ng multi-time frame analysis. And then finally, kung saan yung Senko span B at the time, 10.92, you would have sold the top. Diba? So it also applies na kapag nag-trade ka ng lower time frame, then you use a time frame higher than that. In this case, yung 30 minutes to daily chart, gumagana pa rin yung multi-time frame analysis natin. In fact, what you could also do is apply this in 3 or more time frames pa. So let's say dito sa daily, meron ka, we marked it na, no? Yep. Sa daily, meron ka. What if we look at the weekly chart? Saan nga ba tayo nauntog? Dito sa ano na yan, hindi ba dyan din tayo nauntog sa Kijun-sen? So meron kang confluence na ito, yung Kijun-sen nandito, dun din nauntog yung price. Diba? So, yan yung kagandahan kapag gumagamit tayo ng Ichimoku at sinasabayan pa natin ng multi-time frame analysis. It gives us a bigger understanding of what we can aim for. Ano yung mga pwedeng targets? We can use multiple time frames or just one other time frame. Diba? Pwedeng 30 minutes to daily, daily to weekly, daily, weekly, and monthly, or 30 minutes daily and weekly. Diba? So, yun yung kagandahan niya. It allows you to set your targets better. It allows you to assess your trade quality better. Kasi baka nga naman na, oo, sige, meron tayong breakout sa lower time frame. Pero pag tinignan natin sa higher time frame, ay, untog na pala tayo halos, or ay, pangit pala siya doon. So maybe it's a trade that we can pass on for now. Kasi di naman lahat ng may setup, quote-unquote, kailangan nating i-trade. Maganda pa rin kung na-assess natin kung maganda ba siya or kung high quality ba siya o hindi. Okay? So let's take a look at another chart, no? Let's say Holcim. So Holcim, pagpalagay natin, again, na-trade nyo siya sa candle na to. Let me actually remove the other drawings first. Sorry, nandiyan pa yung mga maps ko gumugulo. Okay, Holcim. Ano itsura niya sa weekly when that broke out? Uy, nasa ilalim pa pala siya ng Kumo, and yun nga, yung Kijun-sen was right there. Kijun-sen was at 6.47, no? Sorry, let's mark that out. Kasi minsan hindi accurate representation kapag tinitignan natin is yung so from here, 5.88. Yung close nito, 5.89, sorry. You could have traded it to 6.40, 6.47 na area. That would have been an easy target to aim for. Diba? For a quick profit take. And then what else happened? Pwede tayo tumingin sa weekly ulit. Saan pa ba tayo pwede mag-target? Ang Senko span A at the time, saka ang Kijun-sen, pareho lang. So wala na tayong magagawa doon. Diba? We could have aimed for Senko span B, but siguro naman mag-a-agree kayo sa akin na medyo unrealistic naman na biglaan from 6 pesos tatalon tayo ng 9 pesos. Lalo na sa ganitong klaseng stock. So, pag ganon, wala na. We use our trail stops along the way. What else could you have done? The same trade. Let's say you lowered yourself a time frame. You could have caught the breakout a little bit earlier here. Maybe you could have entered here instead. And then again, dahil sa daily, walang harang, you could have used weekly to assess your target or targets and then take it from there. So, just by switching from one time frame to the next, even though you're focused on a specific area, it still allows you a bigger view of the chart dahil lang you're looking at a higher time frame with more compressed candles eh. 'Di ba? Now, we're doing this, hindi ko pa siya pinapagulo. Hindi pa tayo naghahalo ng support or resistance along the way. If we applied support and resistance, we could put a resistance around here if you want. Ayan, 'di ba yung peak ng Chico span, 'di ba, na-mention ko that you can use the peaks and lows or troughs, however you pronounce that, ng Chico span to set support and resistance level, and if you had done so, you would have sold the top. So, I hope na because of this, makikita nyo na ano yung mga benefits ng using multi-time frame analysis when you chart. Ako kasi personally, ayaw ko nagte-trade na hindi ako nakakapag-set ng target or targets eh. Di ba? Okay lang mag-trend follow, but I also want to be able to properly take profits along the way. And this is one of the easier ways I know to do it. And this way is not always available if you're just using other indicators like moving averages or mga RSIs or whatever. This is very, well, I wouldn't say yung super unique, no, but Ichimoku Kinko Hyo is one of the few indicators that you can use that perfectly applies sa ganitong situation. So I hope, as always, na marami po kayong natutunan sa video na to, no? And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel para patuloy po yung pagbigay natin ng weekly lessons, weekly content regarding sa Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. And as always, guys, good luck and happy trading!